Yeah. What? 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 Yeah. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news, breaking news. I just did a video a few moments ago. And somebody got heated. Somebody disagreed with what your boy said. And he's going to call in, guys. He goes by the name Real Talk. So, guys, in about 2 minutes, Real Talk going to hit this line. And he going to give me a piece of his mind about how it is Errol's fault, not Terrence's fault. And we're going to do a live debate, guys. Listen, man, it might get a little heated. It might get a little smoky up in here. It might get a little heated. But guys, listen, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I told him, like, you know, Real Talk, like, dub, 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 dub. I said, calm down. Simple. We can go live. So, Real Talk, you can hear the sound of my voice. If you can hear the echo of these sounds, call in now. 314-884-1013. Let's get it. And again, guys, I'm going to tell you where I stand while he calls in. Oh. You lost your boy T-Dub. Real Talk on the line. What's going on, champ?
What's going on, dude? I'm sorry. I just want to start off. Sometimes I get a little loud. I just wanted to let you know, ain't no disrespect.
Hey, go ahead, Real Talk. Go ahead.
But you twisted some words. I didn't say.
I didn't tell the people nothing yet.
I'm saying they're both equal.
Oh, they both. Oh, whoa! This ain't what you were saying.
I'm saying Spence started it by not giving him what he was worth.
So then, what did Spence?
Showing him what he was worth.
What did Spence offer him that he's not worth? What was the figure?
We know it wasn't no 50.
What was the figure? What was the figure then?
Nobody knows the exact figure.
But then how you going to state that he didn't offer him if you don't know what he offered him? We start off on the wrong foot already.
It was all Terrence's fault, and you don't know what came behind that.
I stated that the reason we're not getting the fight next is because Trence Crawford entertained another promotional company in another fight at the same time he was in negotiation with Errol Spence, and he is the one that pulled out. He is the one that signed him to another fight. So if I have to say why, the visual reason is Terrence.
You can't say because he had something else, a backup plan, that that's the reason. The reason is that Spence's team didn't make the deal work. That's the reason. That's the clear reason. Just because somebody got a backup doesn't mean it.
So how do you know Spence's team? You heard the audio where Errol Spence Jr. said that he heard from Al Heyman. Al Heyman said that it sounded like Terence Crawford don't even trust his own lawyer, and he wanted to talk directly to Al Heyman. To me, that sounded like Terence Crawford didn't trust his own team. That he had somebody who he's paying to handle legal affairs with, that he wants to handle him himself. That's not like he don't trust his own team. What they got to do with Errol Spence?
Personally, I only heard Earl talk, so Earl can say anything he want to say. And let me get this straight. I like them both. They're both my dogs. I'm not rooting for one or the other. But Spence can make his mouth say whatever he want to say, and even if Terrence did do it, I agree. He should have done it. After what he went through with Bob, he'd be a fool not to try to learn where the money comes from all ends of the game. The lawyer handles making sure it's done right. He have a right to know.
Rob,
you making money off of something?
Listen, talk.
He making money. You should know where all the money coming from and where it all being paid out. That way you know if he getting the first.
Right now, real talk. You're not talking real. You're trying to move the goalposts. The fact is that it doesn't look like he was operating in good faith by doing, because right now, who has a fight next and who doesn't? Who signed a fight next and who doesn't? Who made a move that looks more?
One that they thought had nowhere to go. They knew he had burned his bridges with ESPN. The Zone said they don't want him. They thought that he had to go through PBC, and he showed but they did.
If PBC,
they wasn't the only game in town.
Real.
Now you mad because
real talk.
He gonna make $10 million for one.
Oh no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all because I said that if Terrence is just doing it for the money, then it's the best move. It's not for the fans at all. I don't know any fans in their right mind or out of their right mind or locked up in an institution that would say, "Oh, I want to go pay for pay-per-view to see Terrence fight God knows who." Nobody is asking for that. He could have fought Bruce Ennis. He could have fought Steniotis. He could have fought Keith Thurman. He could have fought any of them, and it would have at least made a little bit more sense. But yes, you're getting the biggest payday of your career fighting somebody who they don't think that even should be a mark in your career. But you said, it's a financial move. So he made a financial move, and he didn't make he did not make a move. Again, real talk. Listen, that's why I tell you, real talk. You sticking to the mustard when you got to catch up. He pulled out of the fight, but you're still trying to blame Errol Spence. If they didn't want to do business with Terence Crawford, they wouldn't have been negotiating that long. They wouldn't have been negotiating. They would have cut him loose a long time ago.
There's no way that a contract was signed.
Spence could have fought.
A contract was signed that he signed the contract.
Listen, if Spence
if there's no contract, he ain't pulled out of no fight. He pulled out of
negotiation and signed up.
I can make more without you. That's what he got tired of. So let Spence go out there. Here's the problem. Spence, can he make the same amount of money without him? Yeah. But he can't get the belt without him. And that's what Spence needs the most.
Again, it's like you're playing like the little kid. I can hurt you, you can't hurt me. The fact is that hold on. Let me cook. Real talk. I'm trying to stir you up. Real talk. Let me cook you. Let me cook you. Real talk. Let me cook you. You're in the pot. Let me cook you. Real talk.
Hey,
Let me cook you. I'm gonna cook you real quick. Trust me, you're gonna smell the flavor of this aroma in a minute.
Man, you ain't cooking nothing. You just one-sided talking.
Listen, real talk. I'm about to fry you. Real talk. Let me put you in a batter. Real talk. The grease is hot. Check this out. Real talk. You said that Trence Crawford said that Earl felt like I can't go nowhere else, and he want my belt so bad. So if I move on and sign with somebody else, he can't get my belt to what he want. So it sounds like you're saying Trence Crawford don't really want Undisputed. He trying to play more keep weight with the belt than actually fight for Undisputed himself, by your own words. And two, hold on. So you cooking a front. Listen, son. I haven't flipped the other side to get it golden crispy yet.
It's about money.
Look at him. You see real talk cutting me off because he know I'm about to cook. You see him cutting me off? He know I'm about to cook. Real talk.
He's the one that got something to prove.
Real talk.
And if you want to fight, play like you want it.
Again. See, again.
I ain't give him more than 50%.
Listen, hold on. Say that again. Say it again, real talk. So the people can know it. Say, when you say that last 60 seconds again, so that people can hear that.
Say what?
So you say your last 60 seconds again about how that Spence wants the belt and he don't want to give him the belt because he's already undisputed at 140, so he wanted to basically keep Errol Spence from becoming undisputed at 147.
No, I ain't say that. I said that Crawford don't care about them belts as much as Spence do. Crawford already did two divisions.
You saying he don't care about the belt or the fight, basically, right?
No division or not.
You saying he don't care about the because real talk.
He needs that. He should have paid.
Real talk. You're not talking real right now.
That's what he did.
You're not talking real right now. You're saying that he doesn't care about being undisputed at 147 because he already did it at 140.
I didn't say. I think he don't care about as much as Spence do. He cares more about money at this stage.
So you are saying that he is the one that pulled away from the negotiations for a financial reason and not to be the best, not to be the best at 147. He done it for the money. He done it for the greenbacks. He done it for the Washingtons and the Franklins and the Grants.
If we're going off what you said, that he looked at it, that he asked Al Heyman to show him everything, and Al Heyman refusing to deal with it because he asked for too much to know.
Nope, that's not what he said. He's not what he said. What he stated was, and what I stated was, that Errol Spence doing that recording, Al Heyman was assuring Earl. He said that basically Crawford don't really feel that good about his own lawyer. So he wanted to talk to Al Heyman directly, and it sounded like there was a communication between Crawford and Al Heyman, and it seemed like from what Al Heyman said, that it said just Crawford he's asking all kind of basically stuff that it's just not going to speed the process up. He said, "I'm going to get you to fight."
No.
He told Spence, "I'm going to get it. I'm still working on it."
Asking those questions does not impede the process if you upfront and honest. It impedes the process.
No, you don't know what he's asking. He has a right to know the bottom line. Bob, he has the right to know the bottom line. That's how percentages work, because you gotta know what you're getting a percentage of. So he already knows. We just don't know. We just know that a lot of time when people ask 1,000,001 question, it is just slowing stuff down. It's like when you go somewhere and you're trying to buy something and you and somebody tells you the sticker price and you're like, well, does it do this? Does it do that? You're only asking questions so you don't make the fight.
I can't tell you much when it comes to throwing fists because I don't box, but I know business and I got lawyers that I pay.
No, we're not talking about that. I'm not trying to go off of what you do personally. I'm not going off what you do personally. I'm sticking to this. I'm not. Listen, see, hey, guys. That's the old trick. When somebody involves their personal life, you can't argue with their personal life, even if it's fictional or non-fictional. You don't know it, and they're gonna always say, "You can't tell me what I ain't do. You can't tell me what I ain't do." Well, I'm telling you right now that Trence Crawford, according to you,
Let's say even
Terrence
if it's 35%,
Crawford
where the hell you get 35%
left.
at? Where
Terrence
you pulling that number
Crawford.
from?
Terrence Crawford.
He needs to
Terrence
know that.
Crawford. Terrence
Because if you
Crawford.
don't know where the numbers
Terrence
are pulling
Crawford
from, then you ain't really getting
left the
35%. They
negotiations.
can
He
give you
was
anything and call it 35%.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think? Remember, Al Heyman was still negotiating. He told Earl that no, we still trying to make this fight happen. Remember, they've been doing.
Hell yeah, I think.
Now hold on. Now hold on. Right, so you hit. All right. Now hold up. I want to stay there with you. Hold on. Slow down. Pump the brakes. Go to minor key. Your brakes not working good, son. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna get you there. Do you think it's a possibility that when this new company came along and talking to Terrence Crawford, could have been possibly even with the question he asked out to slow things up so he can use with the new company to use the Errol Spence as a leverage fight to negotiate the biggest payday for the less amount of risk with the new company so they can lure him there and say, hey, if you don't do this, we'll pay you this much to fight this guy. Could he have been doing that? Could he have been stalling the negotiations to finish this up?
Do I think he did? No, and here's the reason why. Because when you
they said that they wish we take turns talking. He won't. Jeremy, I'm sorry. He won't listen. He won't, Jeremy.
He won't. A big name. Hell, they paid Adrian Broner.
See, look at
what he was making at his top level for fights.
Are you going to listen to the people?
Ain't got no fights lined up.
Listen, real talk. The people said you're not taking turns, man.
And not according to what he
real talk. The people can't catch what you're saying. They say you're not taking turns. They say they can't get nothing through. They say you're not taking turns. I told them, like, they say you're not taking turns, real talk. It's going to be back and forth.
It ain't about no taking turns. Your own things.
It's not about taking turns.
It's a war of words. So why am I going to just take turns?
See, you don't want to take turns. You don't want to take turns. Listen, real talk. This is a day that you ain't talking real. Too much mustard, not enough ketchup. I'm going off of your words. That you said that Terrence Crawford didn't want Undisputed more than Errol Spence Jr. And he knew that Earl wanted it more. And you feel that, I believe he was basically negotiating while he was negotiating with them. Heck yeah, I would do it because you felt that he was getting lowballed by the Spence team.
Earl didn't want it enough. He wanted it.
Then why didn't Spence team pull out? Answer that. Why they pull out?
He needed it more.
Which means they were trying to make the fight, right?
He didn't want to pay.
That means they were trying to make the fight, right? Come on. We here. You said Earl needed it more. That means that his side was trying to make the fight, right?
No, that don't mean that. That means that. That means that he wanted to fight. But he didn't want it.
Who pulled out? Okay, who pulled out? Who pulled out?
Let me give you an example.
No. I want to stay right here. I want to stay right here.
Give you an example. I need a new treadmill. I went on Facebook, found a treadmill. Somebody wanted $1,000 for it. They had it for 1 month. The treadmill cost damn near $4,000. Was it worth it? Yes. But I wanted to still negotiate because that's how I am. I got them down to 8. I can tell that they felt bad about letting it go for 8. I still didn't let up. I wanted it for 7. And I kept that shit going on for almost a week trying to get it at 7. And they was working on, had somebody else come in that the day before they didn't tell me, that was willing to pay the 8. If I didn't come and get it by that Sunday. I was heartbroken that I didn't get that. I was stupid.
Real talk.
I played my hand too far.
Real talk.
I should have got the damn treadmill.
I listened to you.
But I didn't.
I'm not going to talk to you about your personal, okay? I'm not. Because
the same thing.
No, it's not. Real talk, it is not.
It's not. What he wanted.
You have no idea. Were you there?
It's obvious that
what he offered him?
If they would have
what he offered him? What he
would've already-
offer
that would've
him?
been a contract.
What he offer him? You can't give me a
Dude,
figure,
no
then you
matter
just
what
talking.
They offered him, we know
You just
they
talking.
didn't say what
Listen.
he didn't want what they offered. and
You
they
are
didn't say
taking
it.
the real out of talk, because right now you're just talking. What did he offer him that was so bad?
How's that real? How's that not real?
What
We
did he
know that
offer
whatever
him?
they
You
offered,
said the offer
he
was
didn't want it.
disrespectful. What was the offer?
Dude, I didn't say the offer was disrespectful.
What did you say?
I didn't say I was disrespectful when I was negotiating for the freaking treadmill.
No. I didn't say you, but you saying the offer that they offered Trence Crawford was low. So I'm saying it was enough that he would not accept it.
I'm saying I didn't use the word low. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I said it wasn't what he wanted.
What did he want?
And
what?
But it's obvious. If he got what he wanted, then the
Could he have been
contract
asking
was
for
fine.
too
That's
much?
simple.
All right. Is there a
That's
chance
simple.
he could be asking for too much?
I
Is there a
wanted
chance
that
he
treadmill
could be
for
asking for too
$700.
much?
If
Listen,
they
you
would've
put
gave it to me
you
for the
putting
$700,
everything
I'd have
on
said somebody
Earl.
said
You putting
$700
everything on
$700.
Earl. I'm just asking you, is there a chance that he could have been asking for too much?
Dude, when you say asking
Can't
for
answer
too
that.
much,
Can't answer that.
that
Is there a chance that Trence Crawford could have been asking for too much?
neither one of us, there's always a chance for anything, but neither one of us can judge for some other man what they feel they worth. But
I agree.
We know from we know from prior conversations about it, from both of them, going live themselves and talking about stuff themselves, that Crawford started off not wanting to budge from getting 50-50. Spence offered him 60-40, and said that if he keep talking, I'd drop it to 35.
So you calling that negotiation when that's just talk.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It gives you an idea of what they got on their mind.
Jeremy says
It gives you
EJ
an idea
owns the
what they got on their
division.
mind and what they want. So when you got one coming in saying 60 off the bat, one saying 50-50 or not gonna happen, the negotiations got to start from somewhere around there if that's what they still stuck on. So that means somebody got to give.
Real
both
talk.
ends.
Real talk. Listen, I see you pushing that goalpost, your forearms and shoulders.
Ain't no pushing
Gotta
that
be
goalpost, dude.
sore
You
shit
wanna
right
take all
now.
the blame on Crawford because you got tired of hearing that mess about you don't put
trying to
much in-
tear down a college
You wanna
goalpost
switch
by
it.
yourself,
Ain't
champ.
nobody got
Let
to
me-
listen to that mess.
Champ.
Ain't nobody got to sit there and enjoy
Champ,
that.
champ, you
There
listen.
is
You just
no contract
talking.
in negotiations.
Listen, you're just talking, right?
You can't
Listen,
tell
you're just
nobody
talking.
that you obligated to keep negotiating
No,
with me as long as I want.
what
You
I am
can't
saying
tell
is,
that.
when it came down to it, which the whole thing about this debate was, if you gotta shift blame between Earl or Crawford, in my opinion, you gotta go with the one. Hold on, wait, no. Let me finish.
Equally to blame.
Listen, no, let me finish. You gotta go with the one that has walked away from the fight. You gotta go with the one that was working a deal at the same time while he's negotiating the deal. You gotta go with the one that decided to leave. You gotta go with the one who said, I don't care about being number one in division, and fight the guy for the most amount of money for the less amount of risk.
With the other people doing it. That's all it is. Spence is equally to blame.
No, I don't think so.
Dude,
I don't think
I don't
so.
think no matter he's equal to blame.
The only way Spence would have been equally to blame is if they both was working deals while they're trying to work a deal with each other, and they both pulled out, and Spence had already signed to fight Thurman, and Trence Crawford had already signed to fight somebody else. That would have been the only way that you could have blamed Spence. I don't. Now,
do what the bell holders tell them to do.
Now again,
So he
you
already got a backup plan.
Now
He already
that's
has
not.
backup plan.
Hold on, you saying the backup plan for Spence? Say that again. What's the backup plan for Spence again? I want them to hear you. What was that? You said drop the belt to move up. That's his backup plan?
No.
What you said? What's his backup plan?
The
Nick? What is it?
already have in line who they want him to fight. They're already waiting on him.
And that's his backup plan to fight a mandatory?
That's what he has to do. That's what he has to do.
Who in history would listen? Nobody that I know of as in history would bank on a backup plan. Hold on now. let me finish cooking you. You saying that he has sworn that he don't want to fight Keith Thurman under no conditions. And WBC said you're going to have to fight Keith Thurman or drop the belt. You telling me that's his backup plan? To fight somebody he don't want to fight? That's his backup plan? Man, you need to be a backup dancer for that one. You need to be a backup dancer for that one, champ.
Under realistic
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense.
And that's your plan.
That's not making sense.
You saying if all that fails, this is what I got to do.
That's not a backup plan to fight somebody you don't want to fight. That's stupid.
Dude.
He wanted undisputed. His team didn't pull
really
out.
Don't want to fight Terrence if
His. What do you mean he don't want to fight Terrence? Terrence went somewhere else. What you mean he don't want to fight Terrence? Terrence signed to make the most amount of money.
He wanted to fight to make this fight
to fight an Uber driver.
Dude, if I come to your house right now and call you out, and ain't no cameras around, if you want to fight, you'll step outside.
How you gonna compare that to professional boxing? Prize fighter with history.
Because they both.
There ain't no both to it. Well, no, this ain't no 50-50. Between Earl and Terrence, this is not 50-50.
Fair and got the fight.
Earl didn't pull out. Al Heyman still trying to work the deal. Showtime thought it was still close.
Benefits them more.
It doesn't benefit them more.
To keep Terrence unactive because they figured he'll go down quicker.
That doesn't make sense. How are they keeping Terrence unactive and not keeping Earl? Listen, I don't know how you talking. Who has a fight schedule? 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 Answer the question. Who has a fight schedule?
This has been going on for a couple
years. Answer the question. Who has a fight schedule right now? You said their plan was to keep Terrence Crawford inactive. Who has a fight schedule and who don't? So who's being more inactive right now?
There was somebody in the game other than them and the ones they knew.
So
they had no idea.
So let me if they trying to keep Terrence Crawford, if they trying to keep Terrence Crawford inactive, why don't Errol Spence have a fight? Why don't he have a fight? Why don't Earl have a fight? Answer the question. Why doesn't Earl have a fight schedule? Because it don't sound like. Because how you gonna keep Terrence inactive and not keep Earl inactive? How you gonna do that?
Already know what he gotta do.
You see that?
Fight Thurman.
You see that?
Earl already know what he gotta do. It ain't gotta be announced. He already know what time it is.
Again. That's just you talking. He's banking on a mandatory that gets a mandatory split. This could have been a it's like Earl said he wanted the fight. It's the most amount of money.
If he wanted it that bad, he should have made it.
Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? If let's say Errol Spence moves to 154, what's the chances of Terrence Crawford becoming undisputed at 147 when all the belts going to be split up? You're most likely to have 4 champions again, with 1 belt apiece. What's the likelihood of him?
How old is Terrence right now?
36, something like that. 35 maybe, going on 36.
How many years do you think he got left?
So you're saying he don't care about being undisputed, right?
I'm saying it's at the end.
Answer the question. I ain't talking about the end of the day. I'm talking about right now. Listen, it's 112 here. It's not the end of the day. I'm talking about right now.
They need to make enough paper to make.
So it's about money. So it's about money.
They need to be okay at the end of it.
So basically, you're saying it's about money. It's not about legacy. It's about taking the easiest fight for the biggest payday, right?
Spence didn't do it.
So it's about becoming a man fan. It's about just supporting the man and not supporting the better fights.
Let me ask you this: where was you at when Spence said out his mouth when they was in person a couple years ago that why would I fight you when I can go fight an easy fight with Porter?
He said easy route
and make just as much.
I know exactly what he said. He said what I'm gonna do is. He said, I'm gonna clean up my side of the street and I'm gonna come get you.
Nope. He actually called Porter easy.
He said the easy route. Now people can interpret that different ways. They interpret it, some people interpret it as because everybody that Earl fought was with the PBC and Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank and Terrence Crawford sued Top Rank because Top Rank did not try to negotiate an Errol Spence fight, which was in contract, which is why he sued his former partner. So you're going to blame Errol Spence for Trence Crawford having to sue his former promotional company for not even trying to make the fight with Errol. But you're going to blame Errol for that? You going to blame Errol for that? Did you forget why Trence was suing Bob? And that included the Errol Spence fight? And Bob never tried? Never even sniffed at it? That's why it was the easiest route, because everybody was under the PBC. And Top Rank wasn't playing ball. And he cleaned up his side. Oh, let's go. I don't hear you, champ. I don't hear you, champ. Is the video still live? Real talk. Real talk. It says we connected. You're not on mute. Real talk. Oh, it hung up. Oh, real talk. You hung up on me. No. Listen, guys. As much as that sound like we were bickering, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I actually enjoyed that, and I know Real Talk did too. I maybe he had to go, but I thought I did make a pretty good point at the end, because he brought up what Errol said, and then I brought up the reason why Trence Crawford was suing Bob. And part of that, at least about close to $1 million of that was because he was supposed to... Oh, he back! Oh! What happened? What happened?
I ain't got something happened to my phone. I gotta use my kid's phone. I don't know what the hell happened to the phone.
Oh, Real talk. I thought when I hit you with that mic drop moment that Trence Crawford, one of the reasons, about $1 million of it, was because Top Rank was supposed to make the fight with Earl, and they didn't. That's why he was one of the reasons why he was suing him.
I am not blaming Spence for...
Now, do you understand why Earl said that's the easier side? Because everybody's under one banner.
No. That ain't why he said it's an easier fight.
Was it not an easier...
It was an easier fight as if he thought he could beat Porter.
It doesn't matter.
He also mentioned that he on the same side of the street. Yes.
Earl,
he gonna clean that up.
When it comes to fighting, Earl says he can beat all of his opponents.
And he knew it.
What did Earl say? After Earl won his last fight, his very last fight, did he not come on the mic and say, I told you I'm going to clean up my side, now I'm coming for that mother effing belt, Terrence? Has he not been talking that same energy towards Terrence? Yes or no?
You can talk all the mess you want. You can talk all the mess you want. That's no better than a Charleston White talking all that mess. And then when somebody comes, he called the police. You can talk all the mess you want. Tell me you want to smoke.
Listen, so now you're trying to say that Earl didn't want to smoke with Trence Crawford? You really going that far?
Earl didn't want that smoke for real.
Wow!
And that's my boy. He didn't want that smoke. He didn't want a chance of losing himself. But if he
didn't want a chance of losing them. So that's why Earl. So that's why Earl pulled out. So is that why Earl pulled out? You said because Earl didn't want to smoke, so that's why he pulled out. It made another fight.
You talking about there is no pulling out. Unless you got a contract, there is no pulling out.
He pulled out of negotiations.
Earl never stuck it in.
He pulled out of negotiations.
Get it up. That's the problem.
He pulled out of negotiation. That's what Terrence did.
Dude, you got to be in negotiations to pull out of negotiations.
So you saying Trence Crawford wasn't? So you saying Terrence was never in negotiations?
No, I'm not.
Let's use your words.
No negotiations.
You saying Terrence was never in?
They want him to beg and act like some type of orphan that's on the street.
They wanted him to beg and act like an orphan on freeway? Where do you get this from? It sound like you rambling.
All the clips of Errol Spence personally, his comments.
We can't hear the real talk through the rambling right now. Are you
his
saying
mouth-
that Trence Crawford was never in negotiation? I want to stay with your words. Are you saying that Trence Crawford was never really in negotiation?
I said that it ain't no negotiation if you keep on saying I'm not gonna budge or I'm not gonna give you what you want.
So you saying that's
There
what
ain't no
Earl said? There
negotiation.
is no
There's somebody
budge?
asking
You
for
saying
something, and
that
somebody trying to give somebody something and they're not agreeing.
So you know for a fact
You
that
can
Earl
call a
offered him
negotiation, but
something
that ain't
and
no
he didn't
negotiation.
budge?
A negotiation should have meant that one wanted the 60, one wanted 50-50. They should have been trying to meet up somewhere down the line. They should. If one took
And you saying you know where it started and
he
ended?
should have sold him the book.
You saying you know where negotiations started and ended?
Dude, you know when it ended when he decided to go ahead and go over to wherever this new place is.
BLK Prime. Now again, I don't take anything away from BLK Prime. They to me in my business. I mean, in my opinion, I think BLK Prime saw a goddamn opportunity to jump into it. I would do it if it was me. I'm not blaming them. They did what they had to do. If anything, you said they signed him to a one fight deal. I would have tried to get him to at least two of them things, so that way after the one fight, you can be a part of Undisputed. If Earl decided to stick around at 147.
Well, everybody knows that according to what we see on TV, Trence Crawford is big on loyalty. So even though he signed,
we don't go off no loyalty. We're not going to.
If they treat him right, I don't see no reason why he won't sign to another fight.
Maybe, you know what? So, again, I don't blame them from coming in and getting an opportunity. Now,
dude, at the end of the day, call me back when either Earl drops the belt and move up, and you can say you right, or
there is no right. My thing is, I said the
right
question is, why didn't the fight happen? Who do you blame, Earl or Terrence?
I guarantee you, the next time they go to negotiations to get there, I guarantee you it lasts less than a month. It may even go quicker than a couple of weeks because they already know that they can't play that no more. They already know not to lowball.
So you saying
nobody
that? How do you know they lowballed them? Again, you just talking. Who even said that the finance was the issue? Who's talking? How do you know this? Who is your inside leak? Can you drop a name? Who's telling you this? Or are you just riding for Trence Crawford?
You understand what a lowball is?
How they lowball? I'm asking you how. Tell me what was it? What they do?
You don't have to have a goddamn number to know what a lowball is.
Then what? How? No, I'm asking you how. How they lowball?
What he wanted, dude, the fight would have happened.
What did he want?
If they wasn't lowballing, the contract would
have been signed. What did he want?
He couldn't have walked away.
What did he want?
Dude, you don't know what they
What did he want?
And I don't know what they wanted because they know the contract. But what we do know is they didn't give him what he wants, and he didn't take what they was trying to get.
So at that point, do we know what he was asking for incomplete? Was it reasonable? Do we know for sure that it was reasonable?
Do you know what they was giving him was reasonable? Ask yourself that question.
You got a co-signer. You got a co-signer in the chat. Hold on.
You don't know what Terrence was asking. You don't know what they were trying to get.
Listen, hold on. I'm trying to tell you about your co-signer. You got a co-signer in the chat. Name Mode says they sent a no.
I ain't got no co-signer, and don't even call nobody no co-signer.
Yeah.
He's speaking from whoever it is, he or she. They speaking from what they know.
All right, so this guy on your side is saying they sent a no guarantee contract. That's a low ball. Do you believe that PBC, who has guaranteed? I can't think of a championship fight they have not guaranteed to others. Sean Porter got a guarantee. You think they were really not guarantee Trence Crawford anything?
Dude, what?
So they gonna say we give you no guarantee? You really think that's what?
What do you keep talking?
I'm talking about your co-signer in the chat.
Dude,
your
at the end of the day, if they sent him a no guarantee, if they sent it, I don't know what they sent, but if they sent it, I would just have to assume that Terrence opted for a no guarantee because he didn't like whatever the guarantee was, and he wanted to get a percentage.
So you're
he knew in his mind what the fight would sell for, and it would make up for the guarantee.
So basically you're saying that okay. You saying that to go against the guy. You saying that if there was a no, wait a minute. No, you are. If there was no guarantee, you said that was Trence Crawford.
If there's a no guarantee,
and you said Trence Crawford,
I can only imagine that Crawford wanted
Crawford, right? So you can't blame Al Heyman for that, right?
All the personal matters about.
So you can't blame Al Heyman for that, right?
What?
So if Crawford didn't like whatever, and you saying it is Crawford's decision not to get no guarantee, you can't blame Al Heyman for a no guarantee if it's Crawford's decision, right?
Dude, you blame Al Heyman for not showing the fucking books if that's the truth. All this. You
have the automatic right to know what it makes, Bob. I mean, talk. You do. Listen, no, you don't. No. If you get a percentage, you have to know what the total pot is, right? Listen. How do you get a percentage without knowing what the pot is?
You have to know where. In order to know what the total pot is, you have to know where all the money streams are coming from.
And who said that he didn't get that? Who said that wasn't like? Trust me, listen. These guys got lawyers that make a lot of money. You think that they're gonna say, "Oh, we're just gonna give you some money and call it the percentage"?
They were giving him the percentage he wanted.
Oh my gosh! You just here. Real talk. I'm gonna give you the last 60 seconds so you can blabber, so I can get back to work. I don't think you got nowhere with this. Go here, real talk. Tell the people what you gotta tell them.
Dude, I ain't trying to tell nobody nothing. All I'm telling you is stop shifting blame. They both went for what they wanted. It didn't work. The next time if they go into negotiations, this should have worked a lot quicker. But don't just jump down on Trence Crawford because he chose to say fuck this shit and go make some money. At the end of the day, well, like I said, Spence claims he can make more without him. So go make it, nigga.
All right, on that real talk. On that note, real talk, told Spence to go make it, nigga. Thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate the sparring, man. Hey, we can spar anytime. I know that the people probably would like to live it more back and forth because we kind of went over each other, but we'll work on that. But anytime we get like one of these debates, man, you can call it anytime real talk. I really thrive off of it, you know. But
I'm sorry. You're right. My wife wants me to go to anger management. I do need to do better. If I ever call you again, I'm trying to have some notes to keep me under control.
No. I don't mind. I don't mind a vent. It gives me a thrill. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Hey, you know my line's open anytime. Let me know, man. I'm sure we're gonna touch this topic again. But all right, guys. Shout out to Real Talk in the building, man. All right, big dog.
All right.
That was Real Talk. So you know, I gave him his last little bit, and as you saw. I don't think Real Talk was playing it 50-50 as he said, because at the end of it, he seemed to take a personal stab at Errol Spence Jr. by saying, if you can make more money without fighting Trence Crawford, then go fight him, nigga. Sounds pretty personal to me. But again, I'm going to come back to the original thing. When I say, who does it look like should get the blame for us not having this super fight next? I think if I had to pick between Errol and Terrence, I think it looks more on Terrence. Because Terrence, from how it looks on the outside looking in, at some point, he started negotiating a deal without even telling the PBC, and maybe he was asking all these extra questions to stall time, because how many times have we heard that we're close? Close mean that we got damn near pretty much everything agreed upon. We just got a couple little things to iron out. That's what close mean to me. What is the chances that Trence Crawford could have been using this new company who's seen an opportunity and using the Spence fight as a leverage fight to get more money from the new company? They said, they come to him like, hey, nobody's really representing you right now. Would like to do this with you, blah, blah, blah. What are the chances that Trence capitalized on the opportunity, stalls the negotiations a little bit, and then start to tell them, like, hey, I got the Earls fight, they're offering me this, and then BLK, who got deep pocket, they're like, listen, man, we'll pay you your biggest payday to fight Tom. We'll pay your biggest payday. And Trence probably looked at it like, man, we don't have a date for Earl yet. I'm not sure when it's going to be. I ain't fought in a while. Man, and he's probably trying to convince himself, probably. This is me speculating. It's not true. He's like, man, I need to get a fight in. F it. All right, I'll do it. And he took the fight. Now, for whatever reason why Trence took it, if it's for financial reasons or because he felt that the PBC was moving slower and he hasn't fought. In fact, I just believe that if it came down to a person why it didn't happen, I mean, he's the one that got the fight. He's the one that was negotiating with two different people. And Errol Spence is on the outside. Now, do I think Errol Spence is using mandatories as a backup option? Hell no. Most fighters, unless it's already a big fight, they don't really want to fight the mandatories. Unless it's a big fight already. I don't think Errol Spence really want to go out and fight Bruce Ennis. I don't think he wants to fight Cindy Onsis. And he said it many times, he damn sure don't want to fight Keith Thurman. So I don't think he would use fighting mandatories as a backup option when he already expressed that making 147 is getting difficult for him and he might head to 154. And if Errol Spence Jr. moves to 154 and he drops the belts, I don't think we're going to see an undisputed at 147 for quite some time. And if we do see it, I don't believe it'll be Trence Crawford. Because there's a chance that if he lets all them belts go, that Crawford could be a champ, Ennis could be a champ, Staniotis could be a champ, and Keith Thurman can be a champion again. We could potentially have 4 champions with 1 belt each in the welterweight division. And then you start all over with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He said, who he finna fight at 154? Well, I guess whoever he wants to. There's Danny Garcia, rematch. If Sarah Lynn's Laura. There's a lot. There's Tony Harrison. There's Jared Hurd. There's a lot of competition at 154, especially when you start talking about that new kid. What's that tall? I think he's Mexican. He's like 6'7". Sebastian, something like that, right? There's a lot of outside of fighting Jermell Charlo. Even though he said if it came down to it, he would fight Jermell Charlo if the money's right. I know Jermell said he wouldn't. But when you're a fighter, you can only make a weight class for so long. Did you see how Devin Haney looked in the weigh-in versus Kambosos? He's not going to be able to safely or be at 100% at making 135 for much longer. He can make it, but something's going to have to start sacrificing. His speed, his power, his endurance, his strength. Something's going to sacrifice. His energy. Something's going to sacrifice. So at a certain point, you have to move up. That's why there's not many people start at one weight and end their career at one weight if they fight over a long time. Only person I see have been able to do it so far and just moved up was Triple G. EJ wants belt strap season, which that explains to me again, if he wanted belts strap season, then you're reassuring that he's not the one that wanted to pull out this fight. You're double downing that Trence Crawford's the one that wanted to pull out the fight. Like Real Talk said, Trence already was undisputed at 140. It didn't mean to him as much to him as it did to Errol. So it was easy for him to walk away from this fight than to stay in this fight. And it sounded like that's what happened. BLK Prime, they saw an opportunity. And it might even work out for him. And that all, to me, depend on if Errol stays at 147. If Errol stays at 147, fight Keith Thurman, who he says he doesn't want to fight, stays there, Trence Crawford goes off and slap around David for a few rounds, knocks him out. Now, BLK Prime can co-promote with the PBC for the biggest fight in the welterweight division. That is the best case scenario for the new company. But if Errol moves up and drops those belts, I don't know. Trence Crawford didn't get a whole lot of fights when he was with Top Rank because of promotional sides. I don't know what the available opposition would be that he's now with a new company that is just getting started. But either way, financially, signing Trence Crawford made a hell of a move for himself. And if something happens inside the ring, because it is boxing, it is dangerous, he's definitely financially set up. Now, this is not no hate towards Trence Crawford. He's one of my favorite fighters. But I'm just saying that the reason the fight not happening next, if I had to pinpoint, I had to push that needle towards left or right, I think it go more towards Trence Crawford's side. But again, I don't know what the offer is. I don't know how bad or how good the offer is. I can't. So yes, there's things I don't know. But I'm only speaking on the surface. Guys, I hope you guys smash the like button. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel, man. It's Whatsblazing Sports. We still on that 10 crate grind, guys. We trying to get 10,000 subscribers. We need you guys to come. And if I have to battle with real talk every time, I do it. I love the sport. I haven't had a good sport like that in a while, and I miss it. So, as always, this your boy TDub, Whatsblazing Sports. I am back at it. Oh, let me shout out to my people, man. My boy, I don't think I did. American Press Travel. Always in the building. Yes, sir. He was in, I don't know, he was in the last live stream. Our boy, American Press Travel. I really appreciate it, man, coming through. Jeremy, of course, man. Anybody else that's watching. Mo, Roaming, you as well. You know, thank you for coming in. He said, thanks for what you do, Blaze. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And like I said, I open my lines up because I love when people agree, but I love it even more when they disagree. Because at that time, we get to talk about it. And I'm out.